Welcome, race fans. MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you. I'm back. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I appreciate my family members here. I call them in iRacing, the Lucky Dog League. My drivers for MaxspeedTV sending prayers and everything out for me. Certainly appreciate it. But I'm back. It's time for the Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series coming at you. What are we going to look out for these guys? Well, as usual, not many caution laps. You hardly ever see a caution flag with these guys. If you get down the lap, you're in trouble. You may not get it back. These guys are the best of the best of super speedways, and I am happy and thrilled to bring it back to you. For race fans out there, my friends on YouTube, everywhere else, thank you for the prayers. It's tough. Everybody's lost a family member. So you know what it's like. We must move on, and we will. But thanks to everybody. Certainly appreciate it. But you know what? It's Saturday night. It's Lucky Dog Racing. Grab yourself something to drink, something to munch on. Come back and listen to my wonderful voice. Everybody says I had a great face for broadcasting, so here I am. You guys stick around. We'll be back right after the anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket treading, the bomb busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the free, and the home of the brave,
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching Max Speed TV.
Welcome back, everybody. MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you right here. Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series. Dega. What are you going to expect to see? Well, probably no cautions. Pit road. Man, it can be treacherous. Either a hero or a zero. You don't want to run nobody over. You don't want to get ran over. You don't want to basically run past your pit stall. Any little thing that's going to cost you precious, precious time out on that track. It's going to hurt you, especially with these guys. Too fast repairs, that's what they're going to get through this whole thing. And they're not going to need them. As we're working on the grid here, they're all showing up. You can see them. Let's get the show on the road. Row number 1, the 78th, coolest name in iRacing, Mr. Gary Slapinski. The owner of the league deciding the 777 threat, Mr. Michael Pegg. Row number 2, a special thanks out to my driver, the number 6, Mr. Cody Nagels, for his paint scheme. God bless him. Beside him, the 57, Mr. Brian Pierce. We just call him Sarge. Row number 3, the 89, Rudolph Gumbo, and the 00 of Mr. Thomas Holder. Watch out, he has been on a tear lately. Row number 4, the 429, another special heartfelt thanks to my other MaxspeedTV driver, Mr. Paul Witt, for his paint scheme in honor of my sister who had passed away. Beside him, the 09, Stefan Ferguson. Row number 5, the 19, Mr. Ben Gear, and the 43 of Sandy Curtis. Row 6 to 71, they call him Dirty Don Davis. And the 52 of Gary Whitmer Sr. Row 7 to 224 of Kevin Scott Nelson, and the 91, Joel Guy. And row 8, number 2, Mr. Chris Hogue. As we get set, Slapinski and Michael Pegg will be leading them down. Too fast repairs is what they get. Now look, it's not going to matter, especially in this league. Too fast repairs, nah. What does matter, though, is pit strategy. You'll see a lot of teams come together. They'll come separately. They work together. You need a team. You need a partner, especially here at Dega. Someone to work with. A lot of these guys, they know exactly how to get it done. They'll stick it in places where it won't fit, but they'll make it fit. And they're not afraid to let it all hang out, because these guys are just that good. So get ready for a little Saturday night racing, Max Speed TV style. Lucky Dog Super Speedways coming at you right here, right now. Let's do this. Green flag, let's go racing. Coming across the line, who's going to lead the thing first? Right now, Nagels is out. Looking pretty good for him. And he has definitely led the first lap right here. Way out on the outside by himself right now is going to be the 777 to Michael Pegg. Now, this guy you've got to watch. He's the only guy I know that comes out here, and he'll help just about anybody to the finish line. He was taking the entire season off, but he comes back out and he races once in a while, and he tries to help his fellow drivers and friends. But right now, he's going to set himself back in the very, very back here, and he's going to watch things. And this is exactly what he's seeing right here. Kind of like the eagle eye, watching over the whole flock in front of him. Up front, down in what I call the rocking chair, where you're safe as in your mama's arms, is right there. Running the paint scheme for my sister, who had just passed away with brain cancer here about a week ago. And right beside him doing the pushings is 78 of Gary Slapinski. And man, can this guy push. You can see up front, Cody Nagels. The same paint scheme, his style. And I've never seen such a prettier paint color scheme in all my life. Paying tribute to my sister as well. I got some of the best drivers in iRacing out here in my team. Appreciate them, their families, everybody. Wonderful people. And wow, take a look. Brian Pierce. He is showing his muscle right away, because he's doing a heck of a job up here on his top line pushing. Now he's got to get shoved out on by himself up on the top line, and he may go backwards just a little ways. But have no fear, because Michael Pegg is there. He'll pick him up, and away they'll go. You watch. These guys up here have everybody in this entire field just about. They've won so many races and championships. I mean, the amount of talent that is amongst these guys right here is just unbelievable. I always used to say they've won more races than I've got socks in my top drawer. And if you ask my wife, I've got a lot of them. Most of them looking for matches. Talking earlier, you see Pegg is picked up 57. Mr. Pierce, and here they come. Doing a little pushing. These guys know this draft so well, it's not funny. I mean, they know exactly when to push, when not to push. The side drafting thing that you hear, they do it a lot. It is quite amazing, I have to say. You see all the cars down in this bottom line and in the middle line. And now you can see the 00. Remember I was talking about him being on a tear lately? As he sneaks right in behind the 6 of Nagels. Riding on top with him. And I still got to talk about some of my favorite paint schemes. There's no doubt. The other one's Rudolph Gumbo. The 89 machine. If I can get a... There it is. The Cajun Outboards, which, by the way, happens to be one of our sponsors. Well, look at... They got an outboard motor on the rear end of a... I believe it's a Crawdad. Nagel's going to lead him across the line, or is Thomas Holder going to get his opportunity to lead his first lap of the race here? Let's see. And Thomas is going to win that battle. Dirty Don Davis in his 71, another guy who's been on a tear lately. There he is in the Best Western machine. These two guys work very well together, as does my MaxspeedTV boys. But there's so many guys out here that work really, really well together. You almost know what they're going to do. The straighter you can keep their car, the more speed you can get, the better and easier it is for the guy behind you to draft with you and push you down the road. You hear the reference in racing, in iRacing, you know, hold the line, hold the line. And what they mean by that is basically holding a straight line. As you're riding around with Cody inside here leading this thing. See his wheel? Barely turning. Now that's exactly what he's doing in his home rig. That's how perfect iRacing is. But you want to be so smooth it's not funny. And that's what helps the guy behind you pushing. Slapinski out here bringing the second line up with the 00 Holder right behind him. Dirty Don behind him. So many drivers out here. I mean, Sandy Curtis in the 43. A lot of these fellas. Whitmer Sr., Chris Hogue. I mean, I gotta tip my hat to every single one of these guys because they're all just that good. Joel Guy, another one. All these guys out here are that tough. But I think the guy that has the most fun out here is the guy that was supposed to take the season off, Michael Pegg. As he continues to sit back here and just ride around and watch. Welcome everybody out on YouTube. Appreciate all your thoughts and prayers for me and stuff. It's nice to see everybody. Joey, it's nice to see you, my friend. Hopefully we'll be talking with you right after this race. And Raymond, I appreciate you, buddy. Everybody out there. Christina, Mr. Nagels. My iRacing family. Unbelievable. Cody down at the bottom in a rocking chair. Mr. Witt right there with him. Right behind him. Not leaving, well, it's not his side, but not leaving his behind. How's that? "11 laps in the book out of 75. Now, like I said, everything is fine and dandy here until the green flag pit stops. You just can't practice them. It's hard to get everybody to come in together. I've seen guys lead so many laps in racing and come in for that pit stop in just one simple, tiny little mistake. Normally in most super speedways, it's not that big of a deal. But the pressure's on you twice as hard here with the Lucky Dog guys, because like I said, it's very rare you see a caution out of these guys. Very rare. And if you do, you kind of think you're lucky stars, especially if you are down a lap. Slipinski down on the rocket chair. Holder leading up that second line with Dirty Don right there pushing beside him. It's been almost 2 weeks since I broadcasted. Actually, I'm kind of nervous. Don't want to feel like I might screw up or something. So if I do, y'all just keep on screaming and pushing the like button and pretend nothing happened that I did wrong. Now, they say that when you're when you're in the rocking chair, if you will, out front, that you actually burn more fuel than the rest of these guys do. And fuel mileage, well, it could play a part of these things. Especially when you don't see that yellow flag. 14 laps in the books, clean as could be. Dirty Don coming up on the outside, making it 3 wide. Boy, does he have some help, too. Lots of help with the 43 Curtis right there with him. I used to joke about it and say here at Talladega, there's so much room to run 3 wide here and sometimes 4 wide. Well, we're in a little bit of trouble. Looks like something happened, but he went right up the track and he caught a couple of these guys. And that will be our first caution. Let me see if I can get a better view of what happened here. We'll slow her down. You can see the number 2 of Chris Hogue and the 91 of Joel Guy. Let's take a look right here. It looks to me, as I'm seeing, I believe Mr. Guy is coming down really close. Okay, perfect. This is what I'm going to call... Well, he just kept coming down and just hanging on him real close like that. And they actually never really wrecked until the 71, Dirty Don come up in there, and he had nowhere to go whatsoever. I mean, that's just how tight racing that was right here. Watch it in real speed. He comes down, just barely tags him, and away they go. So I suppose you could call that a slight oops of the 91. He may not have seen him there. Chris Hogue was cruising right along on that bottom right here. And he just come down and touched him just ever so slightly, and that's just enough to cause a little trouble back in the back here. So that's going to bring out the first caution. Everybody will be coming in for new shoes and fuel. Eric, don't text and race. Yeah, you got a point there. There's a couple of guys out here I know that can actually chat in YouTube and race and never miss a beat. And Slipinski's going to bring him down pit road. As you can see, they are all coming down, every single one of them. And that's the only good thing about a caution. So we see who comes out here on top. But the only good thing about a caution, well, You're not going to get ran over or run anybody over or miss your pit stall. And right there is your positions gained or lost coming out of the pits on your left. Nagels, Witt, Ferguson, Holder, and Pierce is your top 5 after that pit stop. Your race summary, 59 laps to go. We've only had 1 caution, 5 lead changes. Taking a look at the number 6, Mr. Cody Nagel. Running a nice paint scheme for my sister who had passed. Mr. Paul Witt, MaxspeedTV driver as well, another paint scheme. Tell you what, I've done enough crying for the last week to last me a lifetime, and I see this stuff and, the old waterfall starts flying. Unbelievable. And I figured my well was dry by now, but it's not. Stephen Ferguson is going to be 3rd in the McDonald's machine. Thomas Holder right here in 4th, the 00 ride. Brian Pierce, the Harley Davidson ride, the 57. He's going to be 5th. Michael Pegg up to 6th. Having fun, I'm sure. Gary Slapinski back here, 7th. Scott Nelson, 8th. 9th. Gary Whitman Sr. Rudolph Gumbo is going to be 10th. Ben Gear, 11th. 12th. Joel Guy. Sandy Curtis, 13th. Dirty Don Davis. As he comes in the pits again, he's going to be 14th. And Mr. Chris Hogue, he said, I had enough. I think I'm going to take a break. So he got out. Probably doing some administrative stuff or something. Check these guys out if you're looking for a league. It's a fixed setup, and believe me, it's one of the best setups around because they got the pros doing the setups for them. Michael Pegg don't mess around. And I'm going to tell you, all the sponsorship that this entire league has right here is just unbelievable. You see them all running down here on the left hand of your screen. The main one's Fiber Optics Construction. Now, let's just face it. Who are we kidding? When you hear the word fiber optics, well, that's money. These guys, Michael Pegg and them in the sponsorship, they absolutely go all the way. For their champions, money, trophies. Good Lord, I saw a trophy that Nagels had won, Cody. I mean, it lights up. It's just not your little 3-inch participation trophy, for a champion. I mean, this is some serious money and prizes that these guys run for here, and that's why they, they're some of the best. Well, look them up. They are recruiting. Probably the best website I've ever seen in my life, thanks to Mr. Brian Pierce and the 57 machine. He's the one makes up this website, the Lucky Dog website. Man, oh man, talking about perfection. I've never seen a website so perfect yet, ever, than this guy here. Puts a lot of time and effort in it. Nagels on the bottom. Mr. Paul Witt up top. And I can assure you they are driving their hearts out for me. So many good drivers in this league, it's not even funny. When you win a race for the Lucky Dogs, you might as well pat yourself on the back because you deserve it. Because the competition is so fierce. As we get ready to fire back up, 18 out of 75 laps is in the books. And while we're at it, let's have a little fun. I haven't had it in a while. Let's crank it up. Paul Witt bringing it to the line is going to lead this one. Nagel's in tow. Thomas Holder. Thinking about 3 wide, almost, maybe, possibly. The 89, Gumbo, he's thinking about it. And if he does, that's 78. I'll guarantee you Slapinski will go with him. Well, look who's coming to play. Michael Pegg from the back to the front, to the front to the back. And from the back to the front. One guy hoping for a caution will be Mr. Dirty Don Davis. He is 1 lap down after being caught up in an incident that was not his fault. But he's out here all by himself, and believe me, that is a lonely, lonely drive. Because these cats are running about 193, 192 mile an hour. And poor old Dirty Don is running a $177. So basically, in a kind of way, what I'm trying to say is he's about to get ran over. At some point, they're coming. 3 wide. Ferguson leading the show now with Holder pushing. Got to drop him down into the rocking chair. And he's got to sit down here for a little bit. Now you got Nagels pushing. Holder in the middle. Take a look at the 89, Mr. Gumbo. Pushing that 777 right down to the rocking chair in the bottom. Three wide, nice and tight. Throw the blanket over the, well, practically all of them but one. My buddy back here, Dirty Don. See if we can see him yet off the end of the nose of the 777 of Michael Pegg. No, not yet. Gumbo by himself out on a third line. He will fall towards the back. Wait, yeah, you getting a little help now. I might have spoke too soon. A 19 drops down into the middle. But up front, Michael Pegg now gonna lead his second lap of the race. You know, I haven't even asked anybody. I should have. I feel like a rookie now since I've been away from it. I'm going to hope my my sounds and my screen and picture and everything looks great. Back to 3 wide again. Holder's thinking about making it out 3 wide, and he does. Nagel sees him. Cody will pop up. He'll go 3 wide with him. Cody drops it in the middle. Is he going to clear the 777? No, he is not, because Brian Pearson isn't going to allow it. But man, look at Slapinski. Shoving that 00 all the way down. It was going to drop right into the rocking chair. Thank you very much, he says. Holder got a heck of a push from Slapinski. By the way, my my youngest fan, I think. Pretty sure he's my youngest fan out there. We call him the little man. He wants me to crank it up again for him. He loves it. Well, you know what? This one's for you, little man. Let's crank it up one more time. Get some good-looking shots here of these guys. That's for you, buddy. Now look who they caught, Dirty Dime. And he stays way high. Stays right out of their way. As he's gonna hop back in line. So he's gonna be 2 laps down. But here's the thing. He may not be able to win this race if we don't have any cautions, but you know what he can do? He can help a teammate. He can push. Holder on the bottom in the rocket chair, Cody Nagels. No stranger to championships because he's won this one already. Before the other season. And here he is pushing. And that's what it looks like when you're leading the pack. But not for very long, because that's what it looks like when you're not. Because Paul Witt got one heck of a shove by the 09 of Ferguson there. So now Slapinski's going to try to push him right up in front of the 429 and let him drop in. There you go. That's what... These guys are really tight. You can see it right here. Up close and personal. As you look right down between these two lines, they'll tighten it up and get real close. They could pretty near pass a water bottle to each other if it was possible. You can see how tight, how close they get. Ferguson, you gotta lead that one. Slapinski is really pushing. You gotta drop him right smack in front of Paul Witt to take that lead. Now that was a heck of a move. Hopefully he didn't take any of that carbon fiber cover off Paul's car. I mean, that was a tight one. Look at the 57. Remember what I told you about the 71, Dirty Don being 2 laps down? Still could be a factor? You betcha. Watch him. Watch him push. 32 out of 75, or 33 out of 75 in the books. Eric says, come on, bow ties. There you go. That's for you, Eric. Nice up close and personal shot of the bow tie. And that bow tie happens to be from Mr. Thomas Holder. Ferguson on the bottom. You know, you always hear him talk about in real NASCAR, you know, the late, great Dale Earnhardt and some other ones, how awesome they were. They say they could see the air on these cars move and stuff. That's what made them so great at super speedway drivers. But these guys right here, it's pretty much no different. They know exactly when to push, when not to push, where to be at, where not to be at. And the one thing you got to be careful on is all those gauges. I didn't load up my little markers, so I can't mark on the screen for you. But you got a water gauge in there, the temperature gauge, that you really got to watch, because you'll get about 3 blinks and she'll blow up. So it's just not driving out your windshield, your rear view mirror, and your side mirror, but you also got to watch those gauges at the same time. It can be kind of hectic. iRacing made it as real as they possibly can here. And they've done a heck of a job, especially with these cars. Cody's backed up just a tad back here in that 6th spot. This is about as far back as I've seen him all night. Should be getting ready for some green flag pit stops, and here they come. Let's watch these guys come in. Whoa, the 09 grabs a hold of it. He almost turned it around. Now, whether or not he gets caught for speeding, I don't know. You definitely don't want to, not here. But the MaxspeedTV guys, they're coming in together. Thomas Holder as well came in with them. Who's leading the pack? Slapinski. Be watching these guys to come in now. 36 out of 75 is in the books. Will they come in this time? Yes, sirree, they are. A few of them. Whoa, somebody went flying here. I don't know who it was, but they're all coming in the 91. Out of your picture and then back into it. Get it up. I got to be honest with you. On a butt pucker factor, that's probably about a good 8 on him. Because, man, he was heading to the wall. Whoa, the 224 almost got a little help. He's got to back up to get his pits. And the 71 Dirty Don, he backing way up. He has completely missed his pits. He's not quite sure what's happening yet. He's still working on it. Not the night Dirty Don was hoping for, I can tell you that. As Slapinski and the rest of them come back out onto the track. Ferguson now out in front with Nagels right in tow. Now they'll be waiting for this pack behind them to catch them, and they will. With a little bit of help from the 777 and the 00, Mr. Holder, these 4 cats will be right up there to say hi in just a matter of seconds here. Sandy Curtis and these guys, they're going to be catching up with him eventually. Pierce needs to stay right on his butt and push him as hard as he can. And he'll catch that draft and they'll hop right in line with him. Nagels drops down to the rocking chair. 23 people watching. Appreciate everybody watching. Hit that like button for these guys. It ain't for me, it's for them. Now you see Michael Pegg back here again. I'm just going to call him the Eagle because he's back watching, lurking. And I'm going to assume he's going to latch on to the 57 or 00 and send him right up to the front again. As Cody drops into the rocking chair down on the bottom. Ferguson's been doing a heck of a job tonight, I gotta say. He started 8, and he's been playing up here with the boys ever since. These guys back here definitely losing some draft time. See a little bit of damage on that 91 machine. You can see the draft way up there just starting to go into that turn. Nelson hanging out by himself. Now, here's the cool thing, for now anyway. Rudolph Gumbo's got his lap back. Actually, I'll take that back. Rudolph Gumbo never was down the lap. It was Dirty Don here. It's hurting. So you kind of got guys all over this track. But the train will catch them. Remember what I told you earlier about the 00, 57, 777 gathering up, getting together? Teaming up? Well, here they come on the outside, all 3 of them. (41 of 75 is in the books. And yes, they will probably definitely pit one more time. A short pit. I call it the money stop. Outside. Peg pushing the 57 of Brian Pierce. The front end is Slapinski, pushing Cody Nagels up there in the front. Coming up on a little lap traffic right here, Cody is. He's gonna back out of it. He's gonna take it up high. Whoa, he goes down real low. I'll tell you what, Slapinski did not see that. Cody's thinking, which way you gonna go, Dirty Don? He finally figured it out, and he swerved out of the way, and poof, right in front of Slapinski's face was that 71 machine. And I'll tell you what, his back end got a little squirrely there, but he gathered it up. That could have been dreadful. Curtis is running a really good race. He caught up with him, and here he is in third. Paul Witt jumps to the high side. Pierce gonna go with him. Brian doing some serious pushing here. Nagel's in the bottom. He's not going anywhere if he can help it. Why should he with Slipinski behind him? Like I said, so many championship drivers in this league right here. And I'm going to tell you, these cars are not easy when it comes to drafting. You got to be careful. You can screw up real easy. Now the 89 and Mr. Gumbo's going to go a lap down. He'll stay high out of everybody's way. And he'll hop back in. Nagels has led 15 laps. Well, let's just see who has led the most laps, if I can find it. There it is. And that will be Mr. Nagels and his teammate Michael Pegg right there with a close second. Michael on the outside. Hopping behind the 00 of Holder. Maybe Holder, Pegg, and Pierce will hook up again. Joel Guy, these two cats, him and I believe the 52 machine. That's Whitmer Sr. They're still on the lead lap, which is a good thing. You can't see them yet, so that's a good thing for them because these cats are cruising here. About 191 mile an hour. And then, of course, these two cats running about $185. Getting their way up a little bit quicker. But they're going to have to literally stand on it to prevent from getting lapped. But the Mad Pack. Both MaxspeedTV drivers. Mr. Paul Witt on the outside. Cody Nagels down on the inside. Coming up, making it 3 wide. Here he comes. That's Brian Pierce with the help of Michael Peck. Dirty Don's going to join in the games here. He's going to hop in behind him and make it 3 on that top line. But as of now, on the bottom, Nagels. You're right, Joey. They're going to need a caution to get caught back up. 25 laps to go. Holder's doing a good job. Keeping Paul right there in the mix of things, in the middle. And there he is pushing. You know, they talk about that double yellow line on the bottom. It's not quite that big of a deal here in Talladega. The transition's not all that big of a deal. Somewhere like Daytona, if you get it below the double yellow line, it'll throw you right back up into everybody. So these guys really try to hug that yellow line as much as possible. Cody, nice to see you tonight, buddy. Of course, that will be Paul Witt's son. Paul bringing up that middle line right here. Well, actually, it's going to be the top line now. No more 3 wide as of yet. But now they're going to start getting things together, hooking up with a teammate, trying to figure out who's going to come in, when, and where. Get topped off to finish things off. You see them all down here in the bottom line just about now. Lipinski's only led 6 laps tonight, which is kind of surprising. Pierce getting a little help from the 777 machine. Gonna try to push him right on up and towards the front again. I'm curious to see if that 00 is gonna hop in there with him. But they might be getting things ready and lined up for another pit stop here. I'll tell you what, Michael is absolutely tearing the back end off that 57 machine. I mean, he is beating it to death, trying to get Brian Pierce up there. And he's got him there. They are definitely there and close. Oh, trouble here. Pierce and Cody go into the inside wall. Cody gets the worst end of that deal. Man, he went around and around and around. Now, here's the thing. If they get it up and get going again, they're gonna... Will they throw the caution? Cody is smoking bad. And caution is out. Take a look and see if we can see what happened. Let me try to get rid of some of this stuff so we can actually look. There we go. It was between the 6 and the 57 to Brian Pierce. I don't know if somebody got pushed and kind of got loose or what happened. But it's coming up right here. No, Brian thought he was clear. Literally thought he was clear to come down to the bottom. And he would definitely not clear. As you can see them both sliding sideways, and they're going to come into that wall and coming into it hard. And man, take a look at the bounce off on that one. So they're coming in now to get work done. Good news is, thank God for a fast repair, right? Because just like that, they're fixed. Peg's going to lead everybody else down for their final pit stop. Let's do a pit stop. They look like a herd of turtles going down pit road compared to the speeds of 192 and better on the speedway. Mr. Witt's going to get him some fuel, and he's going to be on his merry way. Just like that. So there's your top 5. Now, all that happened, you can see the flames coming out of that thing. Cody comes in, gonna get him some fresh tires, and Mosey is on way around and back out. And he's got more than enough time to work his way up to the front again. And I don't know, I might be able to. Let me see if I can grab a hold of him. How about you, Cody? Bobby in the booth, you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
I think Brian thought that he was clear of you, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't clear. Peg thought he was clear. Maybe he was clear at one point or something. I don't know, but it's all right. 2 faster pairs. I'm all right. At least the caution come out, and I have a chance to, gain my track position back. So there's still plenty of time for that. So got what, 19 laps left? Yeah, plenty of time. We're good.
No problem for you whatsoever. Get that 6 machine back up and battle a little bit, as usual. You can do it. You always do, but just an unfortunate situation right there. Wrong place at the right time, kind of, I guess.
Yep. I thought my car wasn't going to restart, so I was afraid I was going to get screwed there, but thankfully I was able to get my car moving and limp to pit road, so all good in the hood.
All right, brother. Good luck. We'll keep an eye on you. Bring it home.
Thank you, Bobby.
Now, you see how that works? I guess what I'm trying to say is accidents happen. I mean, this league, there's no Karens in this league. There ain't nobody wanting to rip anybody's head off and get all mad and throw water bottles across the room or whatever in your house or whatnot. A lot of respect. These guys have a lot of respect for each other. And I can assure you, Cody's sitting back here in 8th place with 17 laps to go. Nothing but a thing. Especially for all these guys, honestly. It's no big deal. The 224 working his way back up to catch up with these guys. He is the last one on the lead lap. See Michael back here. So there's your top 5. Take a look at the 43, Mr. Curtis, huh? 17 laps to go, and he's leading the charge up on that top line. Slapinski down in the bottom. Sandy is yet to lead a lap in the race tonight. As we get ready to fire things off again, the Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series here on a Saturday night. MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the hobbies. Get that ugly pace car out of here. Appreciate everybody that's been watching tonight. Appreciate the ones that hit the like button. As they get nice and tight, and here they come. Back to green flag racing. And boy, watch the 00. Holder really pushing hard. Trying to get that 43 Curtis clear to the 78 of Slapinski. And Mr. Paul Witt down here in the bottom says, not going to happen, Captain. Not on my watch. Making it 3 wide. Here comes Cody on the top line, and he's got him some help. Pierce and Nagels, or I'm sorry, Pierce and Michael Pegg, and Dirty Don behind him. Dirty Don is 3 laps down, but that's all right. He still can help push. Cody on the outside, getting help. Trying to get back to his home spot. That's the rocking chair. He seems to enjoy that place down there. But he's got his work cut out for him. He had to gather it back up. Brian was really pushing on his bumper. This is what it's like being stuck in the middle. It's what I call going nowhere but getting there fast. Eagles in the middle getting help from the 43 of Sandy Curtis. Now he's doing some serious pushing. Michael Pegg up on top, pushing again. Things are starting to tighten up a little bit. This is where it gets tough. And look, Mr. Whitmer Sr., he was way back fighting, trying to get caught up with these guys. And here he sits in the 5th spot. In the 52 machine. Real tight. This is what it's like being stuck in the middle here, like a sardine. It's a little nervous when you got them on the inside and the outside of you. And guess who's back in his favorite spot again? Bagel's in the rocking chair. And Cody has led the most laps so far of this race of 23. For acquiring minds that want to know. Things are starting to wind down here, loving to go at the line. Getting a little intense out on the track. Peg still pushing his heart out, trying to get Brian Pierce up there to clear. While he's doing that, Holder is pushing the 43 of Curtis. Slapinski doing the, well, we got a little trouble here. That is definitely going to bring out. Looking for it, looking for it. Hang on, I've lost them. Where are they at? There we go. Well, that's going to bring us out of caution. Bottle it all back up. I'm not sure, but I'm going to take a peek right here. Slow it down. Watch the 09 and the 52 machine. Not sure. I'm thinking it started in that area. I could be wrong. Still watching. Might have backed it up a little too far. I don't know. By the time I hit it forward, we're going to miss it. There it is. And that's where it started. The 09 and the 00. We'll slow it down right here. They touched just enough to send the 00 of Mr. Thomas Holder sideways into Paul Witt. And Paul's going to go for a right on that inside. I think he runs backwards half the way down this straightaway. And he does. Watch Michael Pegg there to 777. Just trying to sneak by a little bit, but he can't do it. He gets caught up in it as well. That one caught up quite a few guys. So everybody else that was involved in this is going to be on pit road. And you can see them all coming in right now to get some work done quickly. And there's enough time. See Paul Witt right here. He's in. Ferguson is in. Here comes Michael Pegg running around. He was in. Now he's back out on the track. Who stayed out that didn't get in any trouble? Nagel, Slapinski, Curtis, Whitmer Sr., and Brian Pierce. 8 laps to go. Well, when they cross the line, it'll be 8. It'll be 7 when they get the green flag, probably. Paul Witt, after he comes in, gets fixed up, comes back out. He's going to be currently at 8th, or 9th position, I'm sorry. Which is all good. Still got time. But right there's your top 5. I'd like to thank everybody that hung out with me tonight watching this. It's about ready to end up to be a real good finish here. These guys are going to tighten it up, and it's going to get fun. Nagel's back up front, though, at his home. That's what I'm going to call it. And why do I call it his home? Well, because he's led the most laps. He's been up there for 27 of them. Slipinski's going to be on your top. He's going to be pushing, or being pushed by the 52 machine of Gary Whitmer Sr. Everybody's going to line up nice and get ready. So it's Nichols on the bottom, Slipinski up top. Your pushers, Curtis and Whitmer Sr. So we get ready to wrap things up here. Bye-bye pace car, and here we go. Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series, Saturday night. Bobby with all the hobbies from MaxspeedTV, the #1 broadcasting in iRacing. And the first. Back to green flag. Here we go. Slipinski up top. Nichols down here on the bottom. Paul Witt trying to work his way back up front from being involved in an incident. Getting down to crunch time. Here comes the 777, and he's going to push to 57. Brian Pierce. Now, the 40-29 is going to pop right up in front of him, as he would. I knew he would. Gather up some of that momentum. Now he's going to wait for the guys to catch up with him. Getting back up towards that top. He'll watch out of the corner of his eye. And he will drop back up to that third spot if he can. Way up high, and he does right now. Gonna try to work his way. Now the middle, Slipinski's only got one guy. That's Whitmer Sr. for some help. So they're gonna have to contend with these guys up on that top line coming now. Nichols has got all kinds of Sandy Curtis in his rearview mirror. All right, there he is pushing. Five to go at the line. And take a look at that. Now Paul Witt in that middle with Slipinski behind him. You know, you got to learn to drive, that's for sure. You got to be a good driver in these super speedway races, but you also need a good teammate or a friend who can push. Know when to push and where not to. Paul's going to drop her down into the rocking chair in front of his teammate Cody Nagels. That puts Slipinski right here in the middle now with the 52 pushing for him, Whitmer Sr. Still Michael Pegg on the outside, working with the 57 of Brian Pierce along the 00 now. He got caught up into that incident. That put him 2 laps down, but it's no big deal. Why? Well, he can get out here and he can help. Slipinski down to the bottom of the rocket chair. Paul Witt, now he's going to lead it. 3 to go at the line. Witt jumps up into the middle. Thinks it might have more momentum. Wow, say that fast 3 times. Paul drops right back down in front of him. That was a slick move right there. Saw the momentum, hopped up, took it, pushed him right back up in the front of the rocket chair again. His pusher, Slipinski, right behind him pushing now. Now the 224, Kevin Scott Nelson. I do not know a whole lot about this guy, but I do know he can push because he's doing it. Two to go. Things are going to get tighter, if it's possible. Here comes Brian Pierce. Now they are literally straight across from each other, 3 wide. Witt in the bottom with Slipinski in his rearview mirror doing the pushing. Whitmer Sr. He started 12th, and here he is battling. Slipinski takes it up into the middle. Whoa, being turned. The 09 turns to the 224. And that's going to bring out a caution. And I'm going to tell you right now, these cats really did not want to see that. We got a common denominator here in these cautions. See if I can find it. Well, looking, I might have screwed the dadgum thing up. I told you it's been a while. There it is. Let's go to the 09. Seems to be kind of a... I think it's right in here. Let's look. Let's look. And here's how we can see this. The 224 goes up a little bit. The 09 did not give him much of a room. Tags him right there in that left rear and turns him. And that's what started that little mess. A lot of guys involved right here. Kind of a scratch and dent thing. So we're going to line it all back up. We're going to do it again. Now, lucky dog on this one, from what I can see, I do believe it should be Mr. Rudolph Gumbo. My telemetry is correct and does not lie to me. So he'll be back on the lead lap. So he's going to be a happy camper about that one. So the two MaxspeedTV drivers on the bottom. Mr. Paul Witt, been caught up in a few incidents tonight. None by his doing. Along with Mr. Nagels. Caught up. None by his doing. And again, I'd like to thank those guys for running a paint scheme on behalf of my sister who passed away last week. I certainly appreciate that. Just goes to show you the type of class that, you know, these drivers are. Wonderful, wonderful people. As far as fuel goes, I think they're okay. Not seeing too big of an ordeal. Think they're going to be all right. Most of them will. There's only, let's see, Slapinski, Nagels, and Whitmer Sr. And Mr. Gumbo back here got his lap back, so he's a happy camper. Some really good racing that we've seen. Now, personally, I'm extremely shocked as far as the cautions go. You just don't see this from these guys. You don't. We've had 4 cautions tonight. And that's a good thing for some of these guys. It's been a lap down. And this is what it's like being inside the pace car, thanks to Mr. Paul Witt. He's being silly. So Paul gives you a pace car eye view there. That's what we'll call it. Up here's your top 5. Now keep an eye on the 777 and the 57 and the 43. I see them hooking up and going, trying to get it up here quickly, and they better do it quickly because they only got 2 laps to get it done in. And it can be done. I'd like to thank all the sponsors you see it in the left-hand corner. There's so many of them. And yes, I'm not going to lie to you. Of course I want one of my drivers to win. Especially with the paint scheme they put on it in memory. But I'm going to tell you, it could be anybody's race. All these guys are just that good. All right, who's the last guy on the lead lap? I'll tell you. There he sits right back here. Mr. Rudolph Gumbo. As we tighten things up and get ready to finish this thing off, hopefully. I appreciate everybody that was watching. Appreciate everybody that's hit that like button for us. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. I promise you, you won't get a blister if you hit the like button. If you do, I'll send you MaxspeedTV Band-Aid. Sure will. All right, as we get set, Slapinski's going to be up top. Mr. Paul Witt down in the bottom. Your pushers is the 52, Whitmer Sr. and Cody Nagels. It's so important for that second car to get that great jump start. The one thing you do want to watch out, be kind of careful of, that third car doing the pushing. You got to watch out. You don't want to push the pusher. And here comes Lipinski in the middle, but look who's coming again. I told you it was going to happen, didn't I, huh? Brian Pierce hooked up with the 43 machine, Sandy Curtis. And there he is. Daddy-O, the 777, Michael Pegg, right there pushing those boys. And this is where it's going to get nasty. Nagels in the middle now. And boy, that middle has got some steam, too. Will him and Slipinski drop down? Or is he going to... Yep, here they come. They just dropped down. Well, this is it. It's a white flag. Who's got to pull this thing off? Man, look at Curtis. Pushing down that backstretch as hard as he can. In the middle comes up Paul Witt. Curtis doing a fine job on that top line pushing Ryan Pierce. But the man who's doing the shoving right now is Slipinski. Down in the bottom with Cody Nagels. Here it comes to the white the checkered finish. Who's going to finish this one off? Nagels is on the bottom. Paul Witt right there, nose to tail. Boy, look how close that's going to be. And there's your winner. I call him the boy wonder. I swear I do. The kid is really, really good. Your winner, Cody Nagels. Caught up in a few incidents. Fights his way back. Calm, cool, and collected. If I had him on camera tonight, you'd watch him. He's actually boring to watch on camera. He's so calm and cool. Relaxed. Ladies, did I mention single if you're any ladies watching? So there's your winner. Paul Witt came in second. Slipinski's third. Whitmer Sr. fourth. And fifth was Mr. Ferguson. Look at that for a shot. 1 and 2 together. Doesn't get any better than this. Truly doesn't. You guys stick around. We're going to go back, do a commercial. We'll do some interviews with these guys. Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series. We'll be right back after this.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Welcome back, everybody. MaxspeedTV, Bobby, all the hobbies coming at you. Lucky Dog Super Speedway Series. Take a look at this real quick. Let's get it over with. 4 cautions, 29 lead changes. That's pretty darn good. Now let me get rid of that. There we go. Gary, a happy camper, driving around here still. We're going to talk with him first. Mr. Slapinski, the coolest last name in iRacing, man. What a job. You led 15 laps. You started this thing off number 1. But I got to tell you, I think if it wasn't for you and your pushing, man, what can I say? Man, can you push?
I like it. I enjoy it a lot. And it's comes really natural to me around here. I have a lot of fun doing it. If I could help somebody out.
Well, you definitely helped Cody out for sure because you had your front bumper buried in that back bumper of his. There's no doubt it was pretty awesome to see. But congratulations on your 3rd place finish, my friend. Who would you like to thank before I let you get out of here and enjoy your Saturday night?
Well, I'd like to thank you for coming back out here with us and announcing all this for us. I know you had a kind of death in the family, and my serious, everything from the heart comes out. I hope everything goes well for you and your family. I pray for you guys, and I'm sure everybody is out here. I could see your sister right here. I could see my left ear. I could see her right there, and I feel really bad for that. And I hope everything start the healing process. So that's the main thing. And I would like to thank Lucky Dog, MaxspeedTV, my teammates out here. I'd like to thank Russell Landscaping for letting me put this beautiful paint on this car. And for my wife and kids. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank you also, buddy. All the prayers and everything. I tell you, I didn't realize how much of a, how can I say, iRacing family I had until something happens, and then they just all come together out of the woodwork. I mean, it's heartfelt. It's impressive. I mean, it's like a whole different family, if you know what I mean. I have a family, then I got another family.
Yes. I was just talking to somebody else with that, Dave Bush, and I was just said the same exact thing you said to me. I said, you have your family, and then there's a family here with all of us. I told him.
Absolutely, it is. And Gary, thanks for everything. Congratulations, buddy. Be safe and enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. There he is, Mr. Paul Witt. Let me get you. 2nd place, you were down, got caught up in a little incident there. Definitely not your fault. And, man, you were coming. I know all you guys, you were on a mission, especially you and Cody. But I'd like to thank both of you guys for everything you've done.
Well, Bobby, we wouldn't be doing this without you, man. There's just no other broadcaster out there that I would have broadcast the races or even sponsor me in a car. You are one top-notch dude, buddy. Thoughts and prayers with you and your family. I was honored to put this on my car for you, for your sister. And I really wanted it in Victory Lane, but Cody and I, we wanted 1-2 and doggone it, we got it. I just wanted it the other way around.
I got to tell you, you two guys, I don't know. I mean, you guys work so well together. It's just unbelievable. And, the heart, I mean, you guys got some of the biggest hearts I've seen. There's no doubt. Everybody does out here in the iRacing, but you two guys, I mean, you take your time. It takes time to do a paint scheme, and I know it does. And I just feel so great. I'm just proud of you guys. Glad you're my drivers. Glad you represent MaxspeedTV. But more importantly, I'm glad you guys are in my life. But congratulations, buddy. You started 7th. You finished 2nd. You said you wanted 1-2 either way, and you guys succeeded. But Paul, who do you want to thank, my friend, so I can let you get out of here and enjoy your Saturday night?
Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank the good Lord above and my family, letting me come down here. I mean, my wife is just a rocket because she lets me come down here, and I spent most of the night down here last night painting cars and trucks and everything like that, getting it all ready. But we got one more race to go, Bobby.
Yes, we
And
do.
Doggone it, and I'm going for the win in that one too. So we're gonna give it our best shot.
We'll all sit together and hope for the best, But Paul,
Yes, sir.
thank you and your family and everybody for everything. I appreciate everything you've done. Go get yourself something to drink and relax a little bit because you're getting ready to go for round 2, bud.
Yes, sir. Doubleheader tonight.
All right, we'll talk to you.
All right, thanks, Bobby.
This guy, let me get it together here. I'm a little slow.
Hey, Bobby,
Yeah.
we're gonna do something a little bit different. I got kind of been thinking about this.
All right, talk to me.
It's been like 2 weeks since you broadcasted. Obviously, we know the circumstances of it, but I want you, instead of you interviewing me, I can't talk. I want to interview you a little bit. Will you let the viewers and me and Paul and everyone watching this back give us a little bit of insight into your life and your relationship with your sister?
Well, unfortunately, we're 10 years apart. She was 10 years older than I was. She was diagnosed with cancer exactly 1 year to the day she passed away. She had brain cancer. The size of I think they said a BB. They got it all. You know how that goes. She was perfect all the way. And then here right at the very end, just as her year screening, she started having seizures. And unfortunately, within 2 weeks, she passed. Close-knit Christian family. She did get married when I was 7 years old. So she was up and gone and kind of left me alone a little bit, but we were close. She moved to Charlotte, North Carolina. Big, huge NASCAR fan. Dale Earnhardt Sr., massive. She's been to all the races. Me and her had the privilege of going to Bristol 3 times. She had season tickets there. And I have all those great memories of me and her. She was a prankster just as much as I was. But, the racing part and iRacing, it was hard to come back and broadcast, Cody. I'm just glad. Glad I got my family.
Bobby, you do a lot for us, man. Like, to me, this is bigger than iRacing. Like, I wanted this for you. I know Paul wanted it. Like, just being able to represent you, like, just, it's not even about racing at this point. Like, we're all human beings and we have families. And I just want you to know that you mean a lot to me, and you've been a part of my entire journey on iRacing, and I'll always support you, and you know that. And hearing that you had lost your sister, it touched me and it upset me, because we all have to deal with this, unfortunately, and it's never easy, and it's never going to be easy. So all we can do is just have each other and support each other, man. So from the bottom of my heart, man, I love you. I appreciate everything you've done for us, and your sister's your guardian angel now. You take that with you everywhere you go. You will always have her, man.
Yes, sir. I certainly appreciate it. It's like I said, she loved NASCAR. I mean, I never will forget the times when we were at Bristol, how you could go buy a tire. At the time, my driver was Ernie Irvin. So I got a tire. She got a Dale Earnhardt tire, and we had to hoof them things like a mile up the road where we parked. And I'm going to tell you, that was about the hardest thing I think I've ever had to push in my life. Those tires are heavy, so my hat's off to those tire carriers. But
Jeez, man,
it was unbelievable, and thanks to everybody here. Again, so many iRacing drivers has lost families and stuff, and I'll tell you, the camaraderie is just absolutely unbelievable. It's just amazing. My phone never quit, my Discord never stopped, my TeamSpeak never quit. It's just such a wonderful, wonderful feeling to be a part of everybody, and I thank you, Cody, for everything you've done. I've been with you when you started. I saw something in you, and man, you took it to a level. And of course, Paul Witt is probably an awesome teacher. I mean, there's no doubt you can learn so much from these guys. All these guys in this league are so darn good.
Yo, and you know what? They're even better people. And you know what? That's the support and the love that you've received reflects that. This race and this win's dedicated to you and your family. There's not really much else to say. This is for your sister, man.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, brother. I love you too. And your family as well, your mom and dad. It's such a joy to be out day in and day out when I broadcast. I can always look up on my screen, and right there is your dad right with me. That means a lot. You take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, brother. And, well, I'll talk to you soon.
Yep, I'll talk to you soon, Bobby.
All right, buddy. Well, there it is. There's your winner, Cody Nagels. Man, what a job. All these guys. What can I say? It's Lucky Dog Racing. Pretty phenomenal stuff, to say the least. Tell you what, man. You try not to cry. You've cried for a week and a half. I actually was able to get through singing and playing, because that's music's been my whole life. And then I come out here in iRacing, and all these people come together for me. And then the old waterworks start. But anyway, thank you everybody out here on YouTube that hung out with us. Remember, every single Saturday night we're here. Lucky Dog, man, they're everywhere. Tuesday nights are Gen 6 series. Wednesday they're out here. Thursday they're out here with the trucks. Check them out. Bobby with all the hobbies, MaxspeedTV. Grab a loved one. Call a loved one. Tell them you love them. You guys have a safe weekend. I'm out of here. See ya.